So I have one more topic that I wanted to talk about tonight. I know I've done a few videos, but I do try to keep them all under 10 minutes because I know that attention spans aren't the longest these days. I'm talking about my own as well. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about, I feel like there's this really clear, defined point on the journey when, sorry, I seem to have a massive problem with my phone. There's this really defined point on the journey when people realise it's like the real awakening, because we go through all these experiences and we have all these spiritual experiences and all these visions and things happening and energy feelings and movements, and we've got this connection to this person and a pull to this person and feel whatever to this person. But I feel like the real point of when things shift is when you no longer feel like a victim to your circumstance and you realise that you are creating your experience and it's not happening to you. I had this really good quote come up tonight. Let me try and find it. Which says, sorry, everything's really slow. You don't have a right to the cards you believe you should have been dealt. You have an obligation to play the hell out of the ones that you're holding, by Cheryl Strayed. And this actually really summed everything up. I shared that tonight, but it's really just saying that we all have our core wounds. We all have had stuff that we've chosen to come here to work through. And as soon as you no longer feel a victim to that and you understand that you chose it on a higher level, perhaps you might not have chosen it in your 3D brain of saying, oh, I really want to go through this pain, but your higher self chose that experience because it wanted you to learn from the experience and it wanted you to evolve from the experience, and it saw it as your best path. And once you acknowledge that and you accept that and you embrace that, then that's when the journey can really begin, because then you can say, right, well, I have this issue, and guess what? It's not that I'm a victim, and it's not that I'm constantly unlucky, and it's not that I'm constantly in this situation and I'm just going to wait for it and hope and pray that it changes one day. It's taking that responsibility and saying, do you know what? I've got a situation I'm not happy with. I'm going to take responsibility to not feel like a victim and to change it. And that involves starting to understand whether you go and have coaching, or you watch the right videos, or you do whatever your soul feels is the right thing to do, but you go and you look into where in childhood or early life your patterning began. You also have to bring awareness to what your patterning is, and some people can do that alone. Some people need to go to somebody else and have that brought to awareness for them through coaching and looking at the core wound and the dynamics that you have in your current situations and how they started at. Like, you just need to go into the current dynamics you have going on with your connections, look at what the connections are trying to show you about yourself, where they came from, where they started in childhood, how you saw your parents growing up, and how you learnt to not only give but receive love. All these things are so many different things, and I'm not going to go into them all in this video, but it's about bringing the unconscious conscious and bringing awareness to stuff. And that, to me, is when the real awakening happens, when you no longer feel like something's just going to change one day, because it's not. Something changes because you shifted your energy, because you worked on yourself, because you brought some awareness to something, because you worked on something. You know, this journey isn't just about sitting and praying and hoping that one day someone's going to phone you. Things do happen out of the blue, but they happen because you shifted your energy, because you came to a realization. And not feeling like a victim is a huge one, because that's the day your journey truly starts, is when you realize that you are the one that's creating your reality and your experience, and it's not being created for you. Sure, you made some decisions on a higher conscious awareness and level, and you are playing those out, but it is up to your conscious self now to, you know, work out what they are and walk through them. So it's just very much about realizing that your life is responding to you and not happening to you. So that's really about saying, you know, I can create the change in my life. And I can tell you that everything that I've gone through, every change I've had, every positive shift I've had has come from bringing awareness to the unconscious and sort of working on myself and having coaching, watching the things that I'm guided to, and just sitting with myself and coming to realizations about things. And nothing has happened just by accident. Even out of the blue, things that have happened have all been the result of me shifting my energy. It's all about energy work, and nobody in this game is a victim. Once we learn what we need to learn, there's blessings for everybody, and there's opportunity to move forwards. Like, you're never stuck. There might be like small pockets of patience lessons, but as a general rule, time doesn't exist. We're divine time. So when your energy shifts, the environment will shift. When the student's ready, the teacher will appear, you know. So there's no such thing as being stuck. If you've been stuck for a long time in the same situation, then think about how you can get unstuck, because you're not stuck. You're choosing to be stuck because you're waiting for something to respond to you without changing the energy within in order to change the response around you. So I just felt I need to put this out because it's something that, you know, I've been coming up in conversation today. So that's really my video for today. Is if you feel stuck, if nothing's moved for you for a long time, don't just sit there and think, oh, maybe one day something's going to change, because it isn't. It's like you have to make it change. You have to realize where you're broken, where you're unhealed, where you're not connecting to yourself, where your connection to yourself is out of place, because that's why your situation's the way that it is. Not because you signed up for something that says you won't find love for XYZ amount of years, or this job won't appear for XYZ. It's that way because something in your energy needs to be realised and shifted. And I felt that really important message to give tonight. And, you know, everything that we're experiencing in our reality is a case of the duality that's going on within us. And to do with our core wounds. And I just put a video out to do with the pull. And that's whenever you feel this kind of pulling in the sacral, it's your core wound wanting to be placated. So once you stop needing to have it placated, then you can start to experience heart-centered. I mean, we can have heart-centered connections even when we have the core wound active. But when you start to reduce the core wound, you'll only be attracted to heart-centered experiences. So that need to be pulled to this person and this person just to get your wound placated is going to stop, and you'll start to be able to have heart-centered experiences. So I hope that made sense, and sorry it's quite short, but I'm super tired and I want to go to bed. But yeah, just felt the need to pass it on tonight.